Hi, it's the beer video. And Helen, I don't know about you, but it's about 100 degrees here. We are getting ready for 5 straight days of upper 90-degree weather. Fuck this shit.
I'm not going to complain about my weather then. This is just lower 90s. And yeah, I shut all the windows and turned the air conditioning on. I have merely stepped out onto the porch to record this, and I will be scurrying back into my little ice box the minute this is over.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in my office, which is air conditioned, but you wouldn't know it. And I didn't put the fan on because I didn't want a whirring sound in the background. And so I just have a window open, just letting all that hot air into the house, into my room. God damn it. Yeah, it's not gonna be a great week. Um, my dog is very black and she does not like to be in the direct sunlight for very long because her fur just absorbs that shit.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a week. You're not at the beach.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't make it out there. Just I didn't feel like going. I'll probably go next week.
Yeah, that makes sense. Uh,
Yeah, and I would wear my swimsuit, but the thing is, my two-piece is a little too revealing. I get too self-conscious about that to put that on the internet in a video. And my one piece, it's flattering and everything, but I don't like having to completely disrobe to pee.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I remembered it was Pride Month, so I'm wearing my gayest t-shirt.
There you go. Let's
That's
talk
right.
about our shirts then. You start.
Okay, well, this this is going to require some explanation, I guess. So this is Yukio Mishima. So just to start off with, I am not on board with Yukio Mishima's politics. I just find his life story pretty interesting, and I think he's a really good writer. But really, I think the takeaway from his life is everyone should have the courage to live freely and openly as they want. Because, like, if you make people repress themselves, they become fascists and they start like an all male militia and they try to take over the Japanese government and they get made fun of. And that makes them so sad, they ask their boyfriends to cut off their head.
There you
Sorry,
go.
that's super specific, but like I am more or less describing the details of Mishima's life. Pretty fascinating though.
Yeah.
Um, so there is a podcast, which is also a book called Bad Gays. In the book, they have a chapter on Mishima, and if you are interested in his life, I recommend picking that up.
Oh,
It's pretty interesting. His books are good too. Um, and you don't have to worry about any royalties going to a fascist because he's dead. He's very dead.
mhm.
But like don't don't take his whole ethos as like a way to live your life. That would be a bad idea. Just look at how he ended up.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Yeah, I'm just sorry. I was going to say something really bad about our country right now, but I don't even feel like it. It's too fucking hot. I'm wearing a Descendants of Crom shirt. No, oh, this is the 2022 version of it. It is a local festival that happens every year unless there's a pandemic. Basically, it's curated by Shy Kennedy, who well, no, not a Whorehound anymore because unfortunately Whorehound has disbanded, which really sucks because they were a really great band and one of the better ones in Pittsburgh. But they are no more. But the festival is going to go on this year. I think it's in October. Um, yeah, it's a really good fest. I've discovered a lot of bands there that Shy is into a section of doom that I'm kind of not. Not for any reason. It's just a lot of these bands just have not reached me. And so getting to go and see some of these bands I've never heard of live before. I made a lot of nice discoveries there. And that's the first time I've ever seen Heavy Temple, as I saw them at
Pretty good. They're actually coming here, but it's like middle of the week sometime.
right.
So I have to debate whether or not I want to like take the next day off for that. I'm leaning towards probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Whenever I saw them the first time, it was whenever they had their old lineup. It was like an all women's, like an all female lineup. I'm not saying that as any. It's just they used to be. It used to be three women, and now it's not. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Um, and they fucking killed. Like it was unbelievable. Like seriously, one of the best live sets I've ever seen. Not being hyperbolic at all. So when they came back to Descendants of Crom last time, it was with their current lineup, which is I can't remember their singer's name off the top of my head because it's my brain is sweating out of my skull. But she has two new members that are both dudes. And I was hesitant because I liked the original version of them so much that I was like, I don't know about this. And I was hesitant and they fucking killed. So the new version just as good.
Cool.
Um, yeah, so if you have a chance to see Heavy Temple, go do that. Um, fuck. Did you go first last time? God damn it. It's been 2 weeks.
I was just about to ask you.
Uh,
Oh man,
er.
I remember.
You go first. We'll start anew, and I will make a new sticky note.
Okay, well, hey boys, we are so back.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the other reason you should go first is because you have hands down the best one.
See, so I'm cheating a little bit because I have had this one before, but I don't think I featured it on a beer video. So, and Hammerheart is finally back
Yes.
after close to 3 years.
Yeah.
They closed their tap room in Lino Lakes, Minnesota, which is like kind of the outer suburb of here in the Twin Cities, and they moved way up north to Ely, which I found out I was pronouncing the name of that town wrong for years. So, whatever. And they finally got all their production stuff sorted, and they finally canned and distributed some beer. And this is one of their old favorites. It is named after Austin's son. It's called Hawkins. I have a friend named Håkon, and Austin's son is also named Håkon. I probably butchered that name, so
We'll get
they're
letters.
fun of me. It's a brown ale, you know, and you can see actually on this label, if you have met Austin, you will recognize that is his hand. He is holding his son's hand. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Aw,
Austin's the best dude ever. We've covered this on the beer video before, but yeah, Austin from Panopticon.
and great guy.
Can't meet
No,
him in person. And see, I think the thing is with this one though, Helen, even though you've had this before, you've not had it from the new facility.
yeah,
So there is a possibility that it could be some differences, who knows? And plus, I think we just, because Hammerheart's back and that's a big deal. And so, it's already,
yeah. I bought this and the Nordland, which is it's just a smoked like farmhouse style lager.
yeah,
I had it last night when I was doing a boss battle in Baldur's Gate 3, and it was perfect for that. And I won the boss battle, granted barely,
yeah.
but I'd like to think they helped.
Nice. We were watching Jaden play Baldur's Gate last night. That's a good game to watch. It
That's
makes sense.
I think I don't know if I knew Jaden was a Baldur's Gate 3 player, but that makes quite a bit of sense. I am very interested in like finding out what kind of character are they playing?
Oh God, I don't remember.
That's cool. I'll bug him about it later.
Yeah,
'Cause
but their character's pretty awesome.
everyone
Shit,
plays
I can't remember what they are. I can't remember what type of character.
everyone plays it so differently. Like, I have a jujitsu buddy who has done like a bunch of playthroughs, and he said he did the first one as a monk because, like, he just wanted to kind of make himself.
Yeah,
And like obviously like a big arm combat kind of person. It's like, okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Like, I don't know, Matt just is doing a bard. Um, and that one's fun. I'm doing a bard
Oh,
as well.
I think that's what Jaden is.
Fun class, yeah. Like
Yeah,
in
'cause they're the performers, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what their character is. They're a bard. Yeah.
Cool. What race are they playing?
What's that?
What
Oh,
race are
I have no idea. Ask Jaden. I have no idea. No
they?
idea.
Yeah,
Not a,
doing a half elf. And previously I think all my other playthroughs have been dark elf, which like I don't know, I'm kind of drawn to the subclasses in games that have like the tragic backstories. That's why I always play like Canary and Dragon Age.
yeah.
I'll get into that later, but I guess I should have it or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Why not? That's why we're here.
I don't know, smells like a brown ale. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're so fucking back. This is perfect. Um It's great. Like I love Hammerheart for their, their incredible bold flavors, and this is no exception. Just like really like big whack of malt on this one. Mm, yeah, just fantastic depth. Um, just kind of a lot going on. Just bitter enough too.
Yeah.
Like just like a bit, like a little kind of bitter aftertaste. As like after the sip, it's not like overwhelming. It's just, God, the guy don't miss.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm so happy they're back.
Now, is there any differences? Like, does it taste how you expected?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I think they've got their house style, I
Yeah.
guess you could say, dialed in at this point. So, and honestly, it's been a while since I had Hawkins. It was never really like my favorite of theirs.
Yeah.
It's a good beer, but like I always preferred kind of the like the stouts and what have you.
Yeah.
Um, and like kind of the weird flavors as well. Like they had like a, ooh, God, I think I've mentioned before, but my favorite was their smoked Hefeweizen.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and this is in a, I don't know if you can see it, it's a pupper's glass, if you are familiar with the show Letterkenny.
Yeah. I'm not yet, but I think you may have. I think you've drank out of that one before.
Seasons, but the first, I don't know, I want to say 5 or 6 seasons are gold. Quite funny.
Yeah.
And the spin-off about the hockey coach is pretty funny as well.
I have I see the thing that keeps preventing me from getting to Letterkenny is I keep getting recommended shows and then I start like Lex a couple weeks ago was like, you should start watching The Boys. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why I haven't, so I guess I'll start watching that. And now I'm completely obsessed.
Got
So I
back
have
into really enjoyed it. And especially since like The Boys has this subset of fans online who are extremely right wing and don't seem
oh,
to get.
oh, oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like every piece of media has it. You can kind of see it too with like people that just refuse to understand what it's obviously saying.
Yeah.
You can see it too with House of the Dragon, which I'm excited about. Like that show returning is like there are people online who are like picking factions between in the Targaryen Civil War, and I'm like, look, I read the damn thing. The whole point, like, is that like this civil war is a pointless meat grinder that's going to like destroy a family.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't you shouldn't like no, like you shouldn't be picking sides. The point is like
Yeah.
you should be saying that these people should not do this thing. It's not to say you can't find any of these characters like vaguely likable in some way, or like, you
Yeah.
can't think like things like, okay, technically that one has like a better claim to the throne than that one or whatever, but geez, it's just like you're I'm like you're doing the opposite of what you should.
Yeah. It was funny. I was out yesterday at one of the malls because it was before my nail appointment, so I was waiting, and I went into a GameStop, and I don't have it with me, so you can't scowl at it this week. But I'm looking at pop vinyls, and they had one of the boys. They had Kamiko, who's my favorite character, and so I bought the shit out of that. I love Kamiko. I think she's great, and yeah. But there's beer.
Yes.
And funny enough, I went to one of my favorite breweries. Well, I didn't go to it, but like bought a beer from it. It's funny, I'm a big Dogfish Head fan, and that's what we went with this week. We're going with Dogfish Head. They make two of my favorite beers ever. Actually, three, but the one they're not making anymore, and it's disappointing. Um, to me, I think most of their other beers are diminishing returns. Um, I haven't really been, I know Sea Quench is like a big hit. I have nothing against it, but I haven't really been excited about anything new that they've put out in the last 5, 6 years. I don't know if that's Sam Adams related. It feels like they take less chances than they used to and do kind of like less exciting things than they used to. They haven't really done anything that really has excited me in a long time, but still gonna
That's
try.
a dangerous man here. Like I used to really like going to their tap room and seeing what they were up to,
Yeah.
but now they just have a production brewery.
Yeah.
And like the beers they're putting out are good, but it's like it's nothing that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Like I'll occasionally pick one up and enjoy it, but it's still like I kind of miss when they did stuff that was a little more off the wall, which I think
Yeah.
like they had like small batches in their tap room that allowed them to do that. And now that they just have to make stuff that they're reasonably sure is going to sell, I don't like
Yeah, I
they
think
don't
that's what Dogfish Head's doing. Yeah.
shame.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, this one is Mandarin and Mango Crush. It's an ale brewed with Mandarin orange, mango, and natural flavors added. 6% alcohol by volume. Again, that's the can art's kind of cool. This little guy, I don't know what like a little octopus. He's holding some oranges. So
well, is
yeah.
that a sour then, or
What's that?
is that a sour then, or
It's just an ale. It's an ale.
okay,
Yeah. So
yeah.
drinking out of a
Um,
Wally World glass. The moose should have told you that it closed. Oh, see what this is like.
it's like a good summer beer.
That's what I'm expecting.
I had a mango golden ale today when I was out and about. That looks really pretty. I like that.
Very, oh my gosh, a very hoppy smell. I was really expecting to be more citrusy, but
That's a bit of a surprise, honestly.
yeah, hold on, let's go for it. Actually smells like grapefruit. Weird.
Hmm.
No, it's quite floral.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, so I'm getting some of the mango now. There's yeah, the orange is there. There's sort of a little bit of the it almost tastes like I'm getting the taste of like the orange rind in a way.
Hmm.
Um, it's refreshing. It doesn't taste like a beer. Um, it kind of almost tastes like like a fruited seltzer in a way.
Oh.
Which is funny because like whenever I went in to smell it, it smelled so hoppy. I was kind of expecting that taste, but not much of a hops profile that I'm getting anyway. This is good. This is a good yeah, summer beer. It's perfect. It's a perfect summer beer. This is, you can kind of crush a bunch of these because they're only 6%. And these are it's the 12-ounce can, so it's not like a huge can. Um, yeah, this is nice. It's almost kind of in a way, it almost tastes like oh Jesus, I can't remember what the fuck this drink is called. Again, it's so hot. Champagne and orange juice. What the hell's that called? A mimosa. Mimosa. It's a little mimosa-ish. Um,
God, that heat's really cooking you, huh?
yeah, yeah. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I gotta try to walk my dog at some point. I don't know when that's gonna happen because it is way too hot. Anyway, yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's like I said, it's definitely not a sour. There's not really much sour in there, and really the mandarin, like I said, I'm getting more of a rind taste than I am of like, the flesh of the fruit. But it's pleasant. It's nice. It's I don't I'm assuming this just came out because I haven't seen this yet. But yeah, timely. And but again, it's probably not one of their beers I'm going to revisit. And that's not a knock on the beer. It's just this isn't my type of beer. Uh,
Mm.
it's more of a lightweight type of thing. I'm not a person who's going to drink 10 beers in an afternoon. Um, but again, it's good. It's pleasant. It tastes nice. It's fruity. It's yeah, the kids will love it. The adult kids, and the regular kids. I don't know, whatever kids. Who cares? It's just beer. Um,
Breweries are making beers like that to kind of compete with seltzers.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like hard seltzers a lot. It's kind of my go-to drink to take to the beach.
Yeah. And when I said a fruited seltzer, I should probably backtrack on that a little bit. It's not a fully seltzer take because to me a fruited seltzer kind of has like that muted fruit flavor to it. It doesn't have that. The fruit flavor is pretty pronounced. It's just kind of that's just what it reminded me of. It's just kind of tastes like a I don't know, a fruited carbonated water, something like that, but with more flavor. So yeah, not bad. So I don't know. It's still not exciting to me, Dogfish Head, but
Yeah, they've done some pretty good fruit beers before.
mm,
Well, I've told you how much I love Sea Quench. I
yeah,
understand why that one's such a hit. I think it's like
for sure, yeah,
yeah, it's like a perfect sour, really, like a perfect summer sour. It's not like too acidic. Like I don't feel like I'm
yeah,
gonna get drink more than one. It's just tart enough and it's refreshing and it's like like kind of unique because like it isn't just straight lime. It's got that like slight saltiness as well. Um yeah, it's just a really good beer and
yeah.
I kind of feel like they've been chasing after that
Mm,
like that perfect summer beer
yeah,
like hoping lightning's gonna strike twice and it just hasn't yet for them but
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. What do I know? I was gonna say, I don't see this being their breakout. And again, nothing
Yeah,
against beer. It just doesn't strike me as one. This feels like a niche beer, which it was fine. I mean, you can have those.
just like at the bar I was at earlier today there were two mango ales like there's
Yeah.
part which is kind of the big one
Mm.
like that one's technically made by Budweiser. And Liftbridge, a local brewery that does like a pretty decent saison, they have a mango golden ale, which I like to have
Oh,
sometime.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a popular choice for summer beer, but I feel like you have to make like a really good one to kind of stand out because yeah, it's a bit of a crowded market, I suppose.
Well, I just
May-
sort of realized why I might maybe be wrong about this, that not being like their next big hit. Because I just realized, so in Pittsburgh, IC Light is our fucking shitty local beer. It's garbage. It's trash. It's it's like I don't know. What do I compare it to? Keystone Light, but worse.
well,
Um, but
I'll
they made a
sure.
mango version that is a fucking smash. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if you just noticed that on my end, but yeah, there's apparently quite a few low-flying planes today. I don't know if Minneapolis is about to get 9/11, but
On a Sunday after on Father's Day. Yeah.
and oh
What is today? 6/16. That doesn't really it doesn't really roll off the tongue. We got
no,
16.
uh,
Uh, but it's funny, like, yeah, that Icy Light Mango's been around a while because I remember when we went to Migration Fest, one of the folks in our group bought a shitload of that to put in a cooler to take with us. Because again, like it's low ABV, it's mango, so it's probably a really easy thing to drink a fucking ton of and uh, you know, not feel too awful afterward. I don't know, but it's icy light. What do you want? Sorry, now I'm yawning. This is what the heat's doing to me.
your nails look nice, by the way. Very nice.
I
Um,
realized that I just got this same color. Like,
I did my accent nails on slightly different fingers on each hand, and it's been really bothering me.
really? Why is that?
Um, but in the sense that like I have like minor OCD about shit like this, so I'm just like
Yeah. I'm OCD about like I got my Black Phillip on my right breast and I don't have anything on my left and I feel completely off. Anytime I see myself in the mirror without my shirt on, I'm like, what the fuck? I need to get something on this side now just to balance it all out.
really
Yeah, and I mean, I remember like halfway through the Black Phillip, I was like, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. This hurts a lot, but I'm gonna do it again. So sickos. Yeah, I guess that's it. I was gonna make fun of John Fetterman, but we've done that so many times. I just don't feel like it anymore. It just feels like such shooting fish
it's
in a barrel
dang- oh God.
or hitting fish in a barrel with your car, one or the other.
Um Let's see. I can't think of any local politics stuff I need to make fun of. There's a minor tempest in a teapot or about like apparently there was some shady business with Ilhan Omar's husband investing in some vineyard
Hmm.
in California, and I'm like, man, I straight up do not care.
Yeah, I know. It's just shit that like, well, here's something I find interesting. I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm not pretending like this is an original thought, but um, I don't care about Hunter Biden at all. I don't give a fuck. Like he got convicted. The funny part about this is the people on the right, if they really were like the gun enthusiast and protectors that they say they are, should be pissed as shit about this case. And
Oh,
they're
dude,
not.
funny thing about that. Okay, you remember when those text messages leaked, like, and Republicans were pretending it was a big scandal, and like, my fucking communist friends who hate Joe Biden,
Yeah.
like, pretty justifiable reasons, under
Sure.
to be clear.
Yeah.
Um, they were like, okay, yeah, like all these text messages are like saying like, "Good morning, my beautiful son. I miss you and I love you. I hope your recovery is going well." It's just
Yeah.
like it's actually pretty touching and
Yeah.
like,
He left his kid. Oh my God.
yeah, it's like that's the like you can say like, okay, well, it fucking blows how like he's enabling like Israel to like
Yeah.
just throw Gaza in a meat grinder.
Yeah.
Like it and any other decision he's made that you can fault him for, like I don't think like loving his fuck up son is one of those.
No,
Like,
it's not at all. I mean, if anything, this is an example of what you're supposed to do in that situation.
yeah, it's like, and like to be honest, like, okay, Hunter Biden is the least offensive like presidential fail child that I can remember. Like, like, God, ugh, not gonna say anything about the Trump kids. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I think the Obama girls are still too young for me to really like have much of an opinion. Chelsea Clinton has been on the boards of a bunch of like shitty do nothing nonprofits,
Yep.
which I get offensive necessarily, but it's
Yeah.
still like, okay, you would not have that job if it wasn't for your last name.
Yep. Yeah.
And oh God, I don't know, but the less said about the Bush family, the better, except for maybe Jeb.
Jeb. Yeah.
You should have clapped.
Yeah. Oh, Jeb. I feel like that's where we should end this. We should end this on Jeb. We're not gonna get any better than that. So anyway, it's been the beer video. Go have a beer right now.
Yeah.
Go right now. Go do it right now. My mouse died. All right. Yeah, bye.